Okay, Tiago, brilliant. So obviously sent the questions over to you before, so you can have a little read through and
Yeah, of course.
not get ambushed by questions you weren't expecting.
No.
But the main thing with this is trying to again capture your experiences. Hopefully, people will be able to learn something from how you got a good result from your experience on the program, any kind of challenges you overcame, like after the surgery, for example, and hopefully just a way to share with other people and get people kind of again sharing their own experiences. So it's not just always hearing from me, but it's
Yeah.
hearing from you guys as well who actually do the do the work. So to begin with, and people may join. I'm not too sure. It's the first time I've tried doing it.
Okay.
You know what it's like. Sometimes people don't turn up. But if you just start off, could you just explain kind of a bit about your background, what you're currently doing, what your hockey kind of level you're playing at, and just a bit about you?
Okay. So first of all, I'm grateful for being and I'm very thankful for being the first one you tried this. I hope I helped you grow as much as you helped me grow. But we'll go further into that later on. But okay, so my name is Tiago. I'm 27 by now. I play for the Portuguese national team, and I have been playing abroad for almost 9 years. Well, I play now in Belgium in Beerschot. We play not honor division, but what we call national one, so the level just below the first one. And well, my goal was always to try to improve as much as I can, and small little details as that make a huge difference. Could be even technically, tactically, physically, mentally, and together with your program helped me a lot in developing some of those small details that I do think they are very important.
Okay, amazing. So when you first joined the program, what when you first came in, what was life like? You know, what were the challenges you were facing? What kind of problems were you facing? Can you just tell me a little bit more about that?
Yes. So even before I might tell if you allow me, I will even tell you before I even integrated the plan. I checked the Instagram and social medias, and I knew who you were, and I knew your work, and I was getting very intrigued by it. I even bought two of your books, and I was reading it. And I thought it was very interesting until I saw indeed you posting that you're interested in looking for players that want to develop, and I thought, okay, maybe this might be the perfect opportunity. So my life was just like working hard and trying to get better, and I saw the opportunity together with your program, and I decided, okay, why not, let's give it a go and see what it is. So I contacted you, and then you explained a little bit what the plan looks like, how I could integrate, what I should expect from you, what you should expect from me, and everything. And everything sounded just perfect. So I decided to integrate the plan. And the background where I came from was I always worked really hard, and I always tried to be physically very, very prepared. But at the moment that we met, and the moment that we met, I just had an operation. So I was coming from a appendix removal, and I was kind of afraid to start the plan because it could have been too early. But you were very comprehensive, and you understood exactly what I was going through. So you didn't push me too much. You allow me to grow at my own tempo and still um, not maybe push me to the limit, so which was good, coming out of my comfort zone, start believing that I could do things that I thought I was not ready to do. So it was all very, very steady, and it's and slowly progressed to the level where I would never been if I wouldn't take your if I wouldn't have your help.
That's brilliant. And you mentioned then about the surgery. So what kind of worries or anxieties did you have about getting back into training or that kind of thing after the surgery you'd had?
Yeah, so it was just during the preseason, which for me as an international player, there are almost no preseasons, because coming off a club season, the international program starts, so there are almost no time to relax. So the pre-seasons are or this yeah the preseason are always on. So my concern was I really don't want to force anything. I really don't want to end up slowing down my recovery for a month or a month and a half because I'm pushing too hard. So I was really concerned about that, and that took a huge concern in my mental side of things. And you really helped me. I could count on you, not only to talk, but also like physically, and to work on whatever was necessary. And uh, if was not possible to go for runs, we would work on something specific that might help further down the road. So I was slightly concerned on coming back too early, and because I was so focused on that part, I kind of forgot about all the other things I could do instead of just worrying about coming back too early. And that for me was one of the biggest things, especially in the beginning, that you helped me with. There was just focus on the things you can do, and instead of the things that you can't do. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. Because if you remember, we had a conversation after a week or two, didn't we? And you'd started, and you were like, "I'm really worried.
Yeah.
I don't think, I don't think I can get the most out of my program whilst I'm injured. I think I should wait almost."
Mhm.
Do you want to just talk about that, about like the worries you had, the conversation we had, and then kind of what happened after that?
Yeah. So the worries that I had was that my doctor was also telling me that if I start too early, that I might risk get an hernia later on, which was for me very concerning. And I'm a kind of person that likes to play safe, and when I have injuries, I rather take 1 week extra to make sure that I don't go too early and then I force it, because I have seen players starting way too soon and then just make it 2 times worse, and that I was really afraid. And to be honest, before talking to you, I was kind of scared of uh, wanting to step down from the program, but you completely changed my mind in the best way possible, in a way that I was not even I couldn't even imagine. And this is me being very honest. And yeah, when I talked to you, you kind of told me, okay, let's try to focus and let's take step by step and see how you feel day by day, week by week, and training by training. And if we are going too far, we just take a step down. If if you feel good, we go a step further. And I think that was a massive help that you gave me. Um, and I don't think without a second opinion outside of my own reality, I wouldn't have done it, because you were kind of uh, apart from my reality, and that helped a lot, knowing what I could do or what I could focus on, instead of just being so worried and so afraid of things that might happen.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember. I remember you were, really worried, weren't you, about not being
Mm.
able to get the most out of the program,
Yes,
not be
yes,
able to, yeah, not be able to train properly, almost feeling like it was a wasted opportunity. But I'm
exactly.
really glad that that conversation sort of just changed that mindset, didn't it?
Yeah,
And that was when you started to really
yeah.
kick on. So, what's life like now? Obviously, but you were on the program, a little while ago now, but like, having been through that process, what was the main kind of outcome and benefits that you got?
The main outcome was me knowing that I was fit enough to play at an international level, and still get to the last 15, 10, 5 minutes, and knowing that I could run as much as I was running since the beginning of the game. And I had teammates telling me, "Wow, Tiago, you are in an incredible shape. We wish we were as far as you." And I told them all about my program, and for me, I didn't feel like I was far ahead of them. I was just doing my own game, running my own kilometers in the game, and it just came that the other ones realized that I was far ahead of them without me even thinking, oh, I'm going to do this to be better than everybody else. I just wanted to be better than I was before. And um, nowadays I'm able to run 8 to 9 kilometers in a training session. In games, I'm able to run 10 kilometers. So I'm very glad that I'm this fit to be able to help my team not only in the beginning of the game and throughout, but also like in the last crucial minutes where we all know that a lot of games are decided by then.
Definitely, and that's a huge outcome, isn't it? Just being able
Yeah.
to actually compete at international level of fitness that gave
Yes.
you the kind of confidence, I'd imagine, to be able to go out and just play your game and not have to worry like, oh, I'm not fit enough to be able to play at that level. Is that a fair comment?
Exactly. And
Yeah.
that same international competition, we being from Portugal, we are a kind of small country, but we played against one of the top countries, that was Spain. And I remember seeing these guys running like crazy and looking at my teammates, and they are all red, sweating, and like trying to catch their breaths at any time they could. And I was just like, oh, come on, keep on bringing them. I will be able to keep up with you guys. Of course, then they had more changes, and they are just used to that high tempo. But it was good to not only being able to run, but also like you just mentioned, like that confidence boost that I got from it was just like, okay, no, I can do this. Not only the big guys, they play Olympic games and World Cups. I can also do it, and it felt amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, it's an amazing result, isn't it? To be able to just
Yeah,
have that absolute confidence in yourself, know you're fit enough, one of the fittest in the team, be able to compete at that level and also compete with a team like Spain who just can run and run and run. And that's, a big, big impact on
yeah.
performance overall. So what would you say were the biggest lessons you learned from the program? Obviously you got yourself a lot fitter,
Yes.
became a lot more confident, and you performed at international level now, which is amazing. Were there any lessons about yourself or about
There are
anything
definitely
particular you learned?
there are definitely lessons, like in terms of the program, what you can focus on, how can little details help you so much down the road if you do them properly. um, Mentally, it was very good for me because I have periods of my life where I'm feeling above anybody else, like I can take the world. But there are of course moments in a athlete life where you just feel like, "Phew, these are very difficult," and that showed me that what doing the program together with you showed me like, no, there are things that when it's going bad, it's absolutely normal. It will happen to everybody, but we should focus on the things that we can do, and instead of the things that we can't do. So, and little by little, like small victory after small victory, you kind of get that energy, that motivation to keep going, to go harder, and later on, when you see the actual improvements, then you know, okay, I'm on the right track. Let's keep on working hard, and then it's just like a snowball of good energy and positivity, motivation that you keep on rolling, and you get to the end of the program, and you are just like, wow, I'm super glad that I have done this.
Definitely. And in terms of your ability to train and know how to train effectively, what did
Mhm.
you learn about that in terms of, obviously you don't have a program from me anymore, but
Yeah.
you can still train really effectively. So is there anything you learn about the training process and how to train effectively?
Um, yes. So I really enjoyed the small strength exercises that you gave me. You were not crazy weights. You were just like something easy to do, but still intense enough. And then the runnings, I personally like the runnings a lot. The interval runnings, the shuttles, I do like because they will push me to the end. and I loved getting out of a training and just feel like, whew, I'm glad that it's over. You know, I always think, as an athlete, if you see your physical trainer or yeah, your physical coach, or whoever is in charge, you should look at him or at her and be like, oh, here they come again. You know, it's not going to be, in your head you think like it's not going to be a good thing, but at the end of the training you are like, thank God this is done, and you feel so much better afterwards. So every time I looked at the program, I was like, whew, this is going to be difficult, but I know at the end it will taste right, it will feel really good. And although it were hard, it it paid off. It
For
definitely paid
sure.
off.
It's that sense of satisfaction again, isn't it? You do the hard work and get the result. And
Exactly.
is there anything you would say to people who are like, oh, I'm not sure, it sounds like a lot of hard work? What would you say to someone who is thinking that?
Well, sounds like a lot of hard work, but the the pleasure at the end, it will feel even better. 10 times, 20 times, 100 times better. And you can trust me. For as hard as it might be, you just need to think any training is better than none. So if you are going to do a training, just pull your all in and go for it. Go for it.
Love that. Well, that attitude is why you got such great results, isn't it? Just, knowing that although it's tough,
Mhm.
the end result is well worth it when you're out on the pitch and able to play at that level. Like that tough work is worth
Yeah,
putting the work in for.
definitely.
Yeah.
And and of course, keep looking so far ahead in the future is difficult, because yeah, and that's why a lot of people don't like to put the hard work in, because they don't see instant pleasure. And when you go, of course, when you eat fast food and you like, you instantly feel good. Of course, it's that pleasure of eating yeah, fast food, and you feel good right away, and that's why you like to do it. But with the hard work, we don't have that. After a gym session, you don't feel the pleasure, or you don't see the results right away, and that's why sometimes it gets difficult, or putting so much hard work, and often, um, day after day or training after training, you don't see the results, and that's why it can get demotivating. But you can just look at the small victories. A small victory could be like when you have a day that you are like, oh, I really don't want to do this, and then you think, okay, this training will count for the double, so let's go for it. And then you do it, and you just feel good about yourself for being able to do it. You maybe won't see results that day, or the day after, or the week after, but you will feel good because you did something that you at that moment didn't want. And then you will see in the long run, catching all those small victories will help you stay positive, stay motivated, and then the end goal is just what is going to pay off for everything you have ever done.
I love that. It's a great attitude. And so,
Yeah.
last question then for me would be: imagine then there's someone who is thinking about joining the program, but they're like, oh, I don't know. It sounds tough. I don't really believe in myself enough to get the result. A bit like
Mhm.
you saying after the surgery there, you were kind
Yeah.
of had that doubt that you weren't going to be able to do it. What would you say
Uh,
to someone who was like, I'm not really sure?
if you have any doubts, which in my opinion, you shouldn't, but feel free. You can contact me. I will give you my honest opinion. You give a call to Henry. He will explain you everything, because he knows what it is to be on that side of the story, being like, oh, maybe I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's too much. Just go ahead and listen to whoever already did the program, because we'll be honest, and I can assure you that it's 100% worth it, and you should do it.
Love that. Thank you very much. Well, look, I'm just going to pause the
Yeah.
recording now.